Hello, good evening. After delivering this lecture, you will be able to know about the importance of language, parts of speech, open system, closed system, and the difference between open and closed system. So first of all, let me introduce the importance of English language. Nowadays, more and more people are dedicating time to studying English as a second language. Many countries include English in their school syllabus, and children are starting to learn English as a younger and younger age. But what is the true value of learning English? Whether you are looking for a new job or planning to travel the world, studying English can help you progress in life both personally and professionally. You can compete in the global job market, increase your career skills, and start to meet people around the world. However, do you know why learning English is so important? Here are some 10 good reasons to take an English language course. Why did English become important? It's easy to see just how important English is around the world. Many international businesses conduct meetings in English. Universities teach English courses, and around the world, tourists and travelers use English as a common language. But how did English become so important? Well, it all goes back to the British Empire, which at its peak covered 25% of the earth's surface. During colonial times, British rulers often obliged the people in those countries to speak English rather than their native languages. Although the origin of English as a global language has a complicated past, the language has left an important mark on media, trade, and business. If you are still not sure about whether to learn the language, then check out the reasons below. Reason number one: English is a global language. English is the most commonly spoken language in the world. One of the five people can speak or at least understand English. Reason number two: studying English can help you get a job. English is the language of science, aviation, computers, diplomacy, and tourism. Knowing English increases your chances of getting a good job in a multinational company within your home country or of finding work abroad. Reason number three: learning English can help you meet new people. English is the official language of 53 countries and is based as a mutually known language by people from all around the world. This means that whether you are working in Beijing or traveling in Brazil, studying English can help you and have a conversation with people from all over the world. Reason number four: many scientific papers are written in English. In the last century, the number of scientific papers written in English has started to outwit the number of papers written in the native language of the researcher. In the Netherlands, for example, the ratio is a surprising 40 to 1. For this reason, having a knowledge of English is incredibly important to those working in the scientific field. Reason number 5: English is the language of the media industry. Because of the prominence of Hollywood in global media, an enormous amount of films, TV shows, and popular songs are written in English. If you speak English, you won't need to rely on translator and subtitles anymore to enjoy your favorite books, songs, films, and TV shows. Reason number 6: English is the language of the internet. English is a particularly important language online, with more than half the content of the internet written in English. As well as this, some of the world's largest technology companies are based in English speaking countries. Reason number 7. Traveling is a lot easier with a good knowledge of English. Imagine you are a Spanish person on holiday in Thailand, while your hotel receptionist might not be able to answer your question in Spanish. It's likely they will be able to answer your question in English. Reason number 8. English is one of the most important languages for business. Whether you are a business owner, student, or employer, English is incredibly important in the business world. English is considered to be one of the most important business language due to being the fact language of the United States and the official language of the UK, Canada, India and South Africa. Reason number 9. With English you can study all over the world. Since English is spoken in so many different countries, there are thousands of schools and universities around the world that offer programs in English. If you speak good academic English, there are a lot of opportunity for you to find an appropriate schools and course to suit your needs. Find out about going to universities in an English speaking countries. And reason number 10, English gives you success to multiple cultures. Good knowledge of English will allow you to access films, music, and literature from hundreds of countries around the globe. Not to mention the fact that numerous books from across the world are translated into English. Few experiences will make you grow as a person more than learning the values, habit, and way of life in a culture that is different from yours. So this was a little bit about the importance of English language. Now I'm coming to talk about parts of speech. The parts of speech, as we know that for every language in the world, there are some symbols which can be combined in a proper order, which makes the words. And when words are combined in a proper order with the proper rules, they make a sentence. So for conversation with one another in the world, everyone needs some languages from all over the world, as English language is considered to be an international language, because wherever you are in the world, so you may feel a need of this English language, because sometimes we meet with the people, they may not familiar with our native language, but we are also not familiar with their native language as well. So we at that point, at that occasion, the only language which can help us in order to communicate, that is the language of English. So in parts of speech, as every language has parts of speech, but as we are dealing here in this video lecture about the English language, so there are the authors of English has decided that there are 8 parts of speech in English language. Let me repeat their names. So the first parts of speech which they have mentioned, that is adjective, adverb, noun, verb, pronoun, conjunction, interjection, and preposition. These are all parts of speech. They are 8 in numbers. So they all must be learned by everyone who ever feel the importance of language in their lives. So parts of speech are just 8 in numbers. Let me repeat their name again. The first part of speech is adjective, second adverb, noun, verb, pronoun, conjunction, interjection, and preposition. Now here one question arises that there are three words in English language. They don't belong to any one of them. For example, the first one is a, second is an, and the third one is the. I will not say something about their uses, their meaning, whatever they are. But I am just explaining here that all these three words belong to which category of the above parts of speech, whether the three or adjective, adverb, noun, verb, pronoun, conjunction, interjection, and preposition. The question is that in which category of parts of speech we can put all these three words. Now, while keeping all these three words in any parts of speech, we have to go back to the authors of English. We have to ask them that where should we keep all these three words. So now there are two consideration about there are two facts about the A and D in the mind of the authors of English language. Some authors believe that A, N, and the. These three words are called, as we know, they are article. Some others believe that the articles are also parts of speech. If we believe them, I mean those who believe that article are also parts of speech, then we should say that we also should believe that the parts of speech for English language are not 8 in numbers, they are 9 in numbers. We have to. But if we have to follow the other authors who believe that no, articles or a parts or you can say can be used in an English language, but they are not a parts of speech, then we have to follow also that the parts of speech are just 8 in numbers, not 9. But some others believe, as I explained, some believe that articles are also a parts of speech, but some believe no, they are not a parts of speech. But those who believe that article are not a parts of speech, then they have been asked a question that in which category we have to put them, because they are also coming in every sentence of English language. But how can we say that they are not a parts of parts of speech in an English language? At that occasion, at that point, their answer is that we have to keep all the articles in a category of an adjective. They consider that they are adjective, not a separate group. They believe that article should not be given a special separate group. They can be put in an adjective so that we can say that we have only 8 parts of speech. So I repeated the name of all of them. Now I am going to say something about their classification. All these parts of speech have been divided into two groups. One is called open system group. You can also say open system item. And the second one is called closed system items. Now, what are the how many numbers of parts included in open system and how many parts are included in closed system? As you know that 8 number is an even number, so we can divide them in a 4 groups. So according to their classification, as they have classified that 4 parts of speech can be kept in an open system, while remaining 4 have been kept in a closed system. In open system, as I explained the number of parts, but what are the parts which can be included in an open system? Let me repeat. In an open system item, adjective, adverb, noun, verb. These four parts can be included in the open system, while the remaining four can be included in a closed system. Why they have been given these two names, open system and closed system? Let me explain later. I'm just repeating now that in open system, what are the number of parts? So in open system, let me repeat again. In open system, we are having adjective, adverb, noun, verb. Whereas in closed system, we have pronoun, conjunction, interjection, and preposition. Now the reason behind it, that why the four has been given, the four have given the name of open system, whereas the another four have given the name of closed system. Let me explain the reason behind it. Let me go to the subject of physics. In a physics, there is one topic, one is open system in thermodynamics, one is closed system. As it is clear from the word open and close, just imagine take a glass of water. In open system means that you have a glass of water with the water inside in the glass, but there is no any cover on the top of the glass, so you can easily put something in a water and even take some water from the glass. It's easy, there is no boundary by which you cannot take something or put something. So you can easily pour some water in a glass or even take something from the glass because it is open system. So same like here, in open system, as we have adjective, adverb, noun and verb. In open system, you can take the adjective, adverb, noun and verb. Even you can put adjective, adverb, noun and verb. It means in open system you can easily put something. The main reason behind it is that in open system, as we put something, we are able to put something, we are able to take something. So in open system, with the passage of time, new adjectives, new adverb, new noun and new verb are introduced, because the English authors always try their best to make their research in a positive direction in order to make new adjective, new adverb, new noun, new verb according to their research. For example, just imagine that an author of English is trying his best to produce some words. After production of words, after discovering of words, the second step for the author to decide whether the word which has been discovered by an author belong to adjective, belong to adverb, belong to noun or verb. So according to the rules of English, they categorize the new discovered word. After discovering and deciding, according to the rule of English, they put the new word in a concerned group. For example, they discover something. Just take an imagination that in 2019, December, month of December, a new word was introduced in the whole world. No one was familiar before, but the word was COVID-19, coronavirus, because before the August 2019, even the researcher of English language were not also familiar about this word. So with the passage of time, they introduced this coronavirus word because this is a new word. So they then decided a word has been discovered. So now in which category they have to put it? So they decided the COVID-19 word should be kept in noun because it is not a verb, it is not an adverb, it is not adjective, it is noun. So they put it in the noun category. Same like they will produce, for example, tomorrow they will discover some another verb, so they will put in a verb. Even with the passage of time, the researcher will discover some adverbs, some adjectives, so they will bring it and put it in the concerned category. So therefore it is called open system. So another system is called closed system. The reason behind it, that the closed system, you or neither put something nor take out something. It means in a closed system. When, for just imagine that your room, yeah, your house, your just imagine your room is completely closed. So no, you are not able to enter the room, neither you can come out from the room because it is completely closed. So same like here in closed system, as the parts which are included, that is pronoun, conjunction, interjection and preposition. So researcher have decided that whatever the pronoun, whatever the conjunction, whatever the interjection and whatever preposition has have been discovered till today, no other pronoun, other conjunction, no other interjection, no other preposition will come in the word in the English language. Whatever they have been discovered, that is the limited numbers. If you will do more and more research, so you are not able to uh, rediscover or even discover, I can say, a new pronoun, new conjunction, new interjection and new preposition. It means you have to learn the limited number of pronoun, conjunction, interjection and preposition. No further pronoun, no further conjunction, no further interjection and no further preposition are discovered. So therefore it is called closed system. Now I'm coming to show the difference between open and closed system. There are many differences in open and closed system, but with the passage of time, I have just decided a few, I think from 5 to 6 main differences. Let me explain them. So the first difference between open and closed system, here I have written OS. So OS means open system and CS means closed system. The first difference between open and closed system is that open system is unlimited. It means that they are not limited. With the passage of time, new words are introduced, so their numbers you cannot say they are limited, because many dictionaries, many vocabularies, many adjective, many verb, many noun and many adverbs are introducing with the passage of time. Even in the future, further words are maybe introduced, so they are not limited in a number. Therefore we can say that open system, I mean the four category of the parts of speech, are not limited. They are large in numbers, whereas in against of it, the closed system are just limited. Just imagine that we have only 7 pronoun, no further pronoun we can introduce. We have only 7. So same like this, conjunction, interjection and preposition are also in limited numbers. The second difference between open system and closed system are the numbers of parts and their names. In both open and closed system category, we have only 4 parts of speech, 4 in the open and 4 in the closed system. But we have to keep in mind that which category is included in which group. So in the open system include adjective, adverb, noun and verb, whereas in closed system we have to keep in mind the first one is pronoun, conjunction, interjection and preposition. So this was the second difference between open and closed system. Now the third difference between open and closed system is, in open system, with all 4 category of parts of speech, we can use easily affixes. As we know that affixes is the combined name of prefixes and suffixes. In Urdu language, as we know, sabike and lahike, but combinedly for prefixes and suffixes, the name is affixes. So in open system, you can use affixes with adjective, with adverb, with noun and with verb. But with closed system, we are not able to use any affixes, no prefixes, no suffixes. But let me give you some example about the uses of affixes. First, I'll give you example of prefixes, then suffixes. That how can we use prefixes and suffixes with the first category of classification, I mean open system. The reason behind it, that why we use affixes with the first category with the open system items, either to change the meaning or structure. So let me give you some example of prefixes. The first prefixes, I have selected few, that is re. So as an example I can say restructure, because the word is a structure, so we make it restructure. Visit, revisit. Appear, reappear. Build, rebuild. Finance, refinance. So as we are using the prefixes in the beginning of the word, because prefixes means pre means before. When a word is put it in the beginning of a new word, as sometimes it changes the meaning completely, but sometimes it only changes the structure, so that is called prefixes. So this was the first prefixes. The second one is dis, dis. For example, appear, disappear. Allow, disallow. Arm, disarm. Connect, disconnect. Continue, discontinue. So this was the second prefixes. Let me give you the third prefixes. Over, over. For as an example, we can say book, over book, sleep, over sleep, work, over work. And another prefixes is un. As an example, I can say band, unband, couple, uncouple, fasten, unfasten. And the next prefix is mis, miss. Sleed, sorry, as an example I can say lead, mislead. Inform, misinform. Identify, misidentify. Another prefixes I can say out, out. Perform, outperform. Bid, outbid. Another prefixes is be. Friend, befriend. Little, be little. And another prefix is co. Exist, coexist. Operate, cooperate. Own, co-own. And another prefix is de. Value, devalue. Select, deselect. And another prefix is for. Close, foreclose. See, foresee. And another prefix is inter. As an example I can say act, interact. Mix, intermix. Face, interface. And another prefix is pre. Expose, pre-expose. Judge, prejudge. Test, pretest. And as an example another prefix is sub. Contract, subcontract. Divide, subdivide. And another prefix is trans, trans. Form, transform. Scribe, transcribe. Plant, transplant. So another prefix is under. As we have an example, some words: fund, underfund. Sell, undersell. Value, undervalue. Develop, underdevelop. Now I am going to give some example about suffixes. So as a suffix we also know that the suffixes or the words which are coming at the end of the new word, so they either change the structure or sometimes change the complete meaning of the word. So prefixes come in the beginning but suffixes come in at the end of the word. For example, the first one is ise: stabilize, characterize, symbolize, visualize, specialize. The second one is ATE: differentiate, liquidate, pollinate, duplicate, fabricate. And the another one is FY: classify, exemplify, simplify, justify. And the last one is EN: awaken, fasten, shorten, moisten. Here I'm going to give you one note that prefixes and suffixes are added with all four open system items. As I have already explained, that you cannot only say that prefixes and suffixes can be used only with adverb or only with noun. No, with all four items of the open system parts of speech we can use both prefixes and suffixes. But now here I'm going to see one thing more about the difference between closed system and open system. As I explained, in open system we can use all the affixes with all four categories of parts of speech, but with a closed system we are not allowed, we are not able neither to put prefixes nor suffixes with the pronoun, with the conjunction, with interjection, and with preposition. With all these four items of closed system parts of speech, we are not allowed to put any prefixes and any suffixes. So this was the another difference between open and closed system. Let me explain about the one more difference between open and closed system. The another difference, that new words are introduced in an open system, because it is clear from its word open that with the passage of time the researcher of English language always trying their best to put new words in a category of adverb, category of adjective, noun and verb. As an example, I can give some words which have been recently introduced in an English language. The first one is online. The second one is Talibanize, because this word was not familiar even some years ago. No one was familiar about the word Talibanize, but now this words, when the group of Taliban discovered in the region, so many English speaking countries know about the new words was introduced in the English language, that was Talibanize. The another word is awfulize. The another word I can say bycatch, cancel culture, chicken finger, and coronavirus, because coronavirus is a common word, everyone is familiar about it now recently, but before 2019 no one was familiar, no one was using the word coronavirus. So this is a very important example, clear example, one can believe that new words are introduced in an English language. So in closed system, no new words are coined, no new words are introduced in a closed system. It means no pronoun, no conjunction, no interjection, and no preposition are coined or introduced with the passage of time. Even if the research reaches to the peak value, no other preposition, no other pronoun, no other conjunction, and no other preposition will come in future. So this was the difference between open and closed system. Now I am going to explain one more difference. The another difference between open and closed system is open system item or change from one another. It means, as we know the four items of open system, that is adjective, adverb, noun and verb. So we can change all of them from adjective to adverb, from noun to verb, from verb to noun. So we can easily change them. As an example, I'll introduce some word because all the four items can be changed from one form to another form. but in a closed system we are not able to change. Let me explain later, but as an example I'll say something. I'll give you some example words in which the words has been changing from category of adjective to adverb, from adverb to noun, and from noun to verb. As an example, the first word which I have selected, that is accept. As we know that accept is a verb, in the category of verb we can put it, but acceptance we can put in a category of noun. Acceptable is adverb, sorry, adjective. Accept is a verb, acceptance is a noun, and acceptable is adjective. Similarly, the second word act. Act is verb, action is noun, and active is adjective. Actively is adverb. And another word, amass. Amass is a verb, mass is noun, massive is an adjective, massively adverb. And another word I can explain, that is care. C-A-R-E. Care is a verb, same care is a noun, and a careful is adjective, carefully is an adverb. So, so this was something about that we can change the open system items from one another. But in closed system, we cannot change pronoun into conjunction. We cannot change conjunction into pronoun. Even also we cannot change interjection into preposition and preposition into pronoun. We are not able to change the category, the item of one category from one to another item. So there is no chance of converting the preposition or pronoun, interjection and conjunction from one another. So this was the another difference. I can say that closed system cannot be changed from one another. So the last difference about open system and closed system is in open system make major parts of vocabulary, because whenever we open the dictionary of an English language, mostly at the end of each words there is something written in a bracket, sometimes adjective, sometimes verb, sometimes nouns, and sometimes verb, because most part of the dictionary of an English language or consist of all these four items, I mean the open system. So major part is consist of open system items, but only few and limited number of words are available in the dictionary that are conjunction, that are preposition, that are pronoun and interjection, because their number does not increase, they do not increase with the passage of time. So they are just few in numbers, they are limited. So this was let me summarize. First, in the video, after in the beginning of the lecture I explained about the importance of English language with some reasons, and the second was parts of speech of an English language I explained, and in the third category, in the third part of content I explained the difference between open and closed system, and the main difference between open and closed system at the so this was the end of this lecture. I hope you all have learned something about it. In future, this series of video delivering lecture will be with the passage of time it will be uploaded on YouTube channel, so you can easily check them even without paying any amount to anyone, and without giving to anywhere. You can easily learn English language here, because it's a need of the time for everyone. Thank you so much.